Okay, so can we talk about this Epstein list nonsense for a second? Because for over a year now, we've had Kash Patel and Pam Bondi running their mouths, promising that they were going to release the Epstein files. Not suggesting, not maybe, promising. I mean, you have Pam Bondi straight up saying, the Epstein list is on my desk. We're going to release it. Like it was just sitting there next to her morning coffee and a stapler.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients? Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that. I'm reviewing JFK files, MLK files. That's all in the process of being reviewed because that was done at the directive of the president from all of these agencies.
So have you seen anything that you said, oh my gosh?
Not yet.
Okay, well, we'll check back with you.
You guys hear that, right? It was like she was holding up a bag telling us the names are coming. And people, especially the far-right MAGAs, ate it up like it was gospel. Then let's talk about that day at the White House. Remember they flew in those conservative influencers, the TikTokers, grifters, Instagram bootlickers, you name it? They posed in suits, took selfies, got invited to look serious, and when they walked out, what did they show us? Binders, like the big dramatic moment in a movie, except the binders were full of nothing new, just recycled court documents, headlines, the same stuff we already knew. They made it look like they were about to drop bombshells. Turns out it was more like a birthday card with no money inside. But even then, they still kept the theater going. We're compiling the list. We're making redactions. We're doing this by the book. Always soon, always almost, always just wait. Well, guess what? Now the DOJ and the FBI, the same people who played this game, are saying that actually there was never a list at all. That's right. The same people who said it was on their desk are now pretending they don't even know what a desk is. But before we move on, I want to remind you of something Donald Trump said himself. He was asked if he would release the MLK files, the JFK assassination files, and the Epstein files. Watch this closely.
Would you declassify the 9/11 files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah.
Would you,
I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you don't know. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world. But I think I would.
I know y'all saw that, right? He didn't even blink on the 9/11 files. He doesn't hesitate on the JFK files, but the moment Epstein's name comes up, that man's entire vibe changes. He stammers, deflects. That tells you everything you need to know. Because if you were really about transparency, if you were really about justice, you treat each and every one of those exactly the same, but he didn't because he knows what we all suspect. He's on the damn list. Let's not forget, Epstein was a Mar-a-Lago regular. Trump called him a terrific guy. He bragged that Epstein liked younger women just like me. You'd think they were ever going to let that information see the light of day? Of course not. So they fed the base a distraction. They gave influencers a photo op. They dangled binders and waved around empty promises. And then they told you, what list? And then remember when Donald Trump's former best friend, Elon Musk, actually dropped the bombshell on X saying Donald Trump was on the Epstein list. And no one in the Trump administration denied what he said. Remember, Kash Patel was on the Joe Rogan show when Elon dropped that bombshell and all he said was, I'm staying in my lane.
It's going to come up because it's been going on since we've been recording here. Elon and Trump seem to be in a bit of a spat, Joe. You want to check the tweet that Elon just put out a little bit ago?
Time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That's the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day. Jesus Christ.
I'm not participating in any of that conversation
What
between
is he?
Elon
Have a
and Trump.
nice day, DJD. Someone should take his phone away.
They're going back and forth about different things. And
Yeah. Listen,
Well, he said he was disappointed in Elon.
yeah,
Yeah.
they told him to leave.
Jesus Christ, that's a crazy thing to say. How does he know? Does he know that Donald Trump is in the Epstein files? Or does he have access to the Epstein files?
I don't know how he would, but I'm just staying out of the Trump Elon thing. That's way outside
What
my
the
lane.
fuck are they doing?
I know my lane, and that ain't it.
I just don't. I mean, I understand he owns Twitter. I think it's bad for your mental health. I think posting things public all day and arguing with people all day is bad for you.
Well, you raise a great point. Sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead.
half of what we have to respond to is the click army on social media.
And did you see how fast Cash wanted to change that subject? They all fucking know. This isn't about transparency. This is about protecting predators in power. And if you're still defending this administration, if you're still pretending they're about truth, justice, and draining the swamp, you gotta ask yourself, why are they covering for some of the most powerful monsters in this country? Because it's not just disappointing. It's exactly what Epstein and Donald Trump counted on. Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in their heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.